This is a modern day Eurostar. And look at how the long train it is. And unfortunately my computer has a bad performance since that last video that I never be able to be solved out. So because of all of those things, it's even longer than before this one, and I can hear another train is gonna be right behind it. So this actually for one of those trains that I just connected around here that I just never possibly that we able to share, that we cannot able to be turning back into the train. And it was, if I just actually spawn a train, this is actually the same number as the South Asian train as well. So even for this it's a modern day Eurostar. As we're going to be using around of this belt, this isn't pretty working as well. So the passengers have been aboard the train, and we're going to be right on time to get out of Krem Republic and return back to this train station where I just began. So all aboard, folks, as we're going to be going to hold for 2 horns together. And probably it's going to be getting pretty quietly tight as well, and we're going to be seeing it was. And before this, in case, we're going to turn on their headlights on and sound the horn, as we're going to be doing this for between of those high and low horns together. And here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's hit the noise. Oh my gosh! That was even wild as even though. So let's start having you on to the speeds as well. Even high low on those horns as well was pretty loud. And we're not able to be forget, thanks to the patch 1 of those rail cars sound like this. And the bad reason is the train is so slow that I never expected to do this as well. As we hear the train onto the right, it was actually loud as well. As I'll be accelerating the train even faster, it was loud. Oh my gosh. That was pretty loud as hell. And what if that I'm probably not able to be used to be? What if I'm going to be speeding up the train and setting to 50 as well? So to find that address isn't going to be really possible as well. So it still works. So why not going to be so fast as well? And most likely it's going to be ridiculously fast as hell. So I'm going to be changing to the same speed as we're never possibly that we never get. So I'll be putting ourselves to 100 miles an hour, and it's not going to be for so worth it as well. So let's be very sure it's going to be really fast and head it all the way out as really fast as possible. And I make sure the train does not derail. Have you heard of this last video? It was probably 2 days ago. And all of a sudden, things have just slightly missing by the way. I don't really think that these trains have been coupled for a really long time. So we heads up that we're going to be headed on to the speeds. As we made it all the way for its same speeds, the rail cars are going to get louder as the train blasted all the way through up here. That was pretty insanely fast, but in case the train is going to be derailed once again, and once the rail cars have been coupled already. The train is flying high, and it's all the way lift off, all the way up here. Really fast. So I never believed this train is ridiculously going all the way fast as well and hit it all the way to the bridges. So before we're gonna slow this train down, I'm actually very not sure it goes on derailing as well. So we're gonna be trying to slow down and all the way to 45%. So it's not going to be for extremely fast whatsoever. Until the train does is not going to be believing. I have no choice. That is going to be for extremely loud as well. I can hear it from high above, and one of those ridges are extremely high as well. So we're gonna slow down to 34%. And I never believe the train is going to derail or something. And we'll probably think it's gonna be still survived as well. So we're gonna be staying on time and headed all the way down as fast as we could. And because you're never able to think that train might be able to be derailed or something, and it's still going to be surviving for around here. So how long this train it is that we just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those things that we got absolutely before here. So we're gonna be speed a little bit up as well before that we headed down into the bridge as well. And so this train is going to be for insanely wild fast and to some sort of like this as well, as we're gonna be headed all the way to 50% per throttle. And it starts to get a little bit derailed a little bit. So let's increase all the way up and slightly headed all the way downhill. But as you can see, the train is actually a little bit fast. I'm chasing the train, but actually it's going to be derailed on top as well. So not before it's going to be too late as well. I think here comes the train all the way down as fast as we couldn't. So let's probably head down to 50% per throttle, as we'll be hearing the train so hard as loud. The Eurostar might able to be surviving as well at 50% per throttle. So look how the train it is. It's pretty definitely wildly loud, and headed all the way down as fast as they could. Unless they'll be hitting all the way to the bridge. That's really far as well. So, as we're going to be seeing the results, it's going to be quite quick. As seen, the train is actually headed all the way down. I can hear the train started getting a little bit derailed, and sometimes it may having for some kind of a little bit of problems. So it eventually headed down into the tunnel and will be arrive at the station on time. But you hear this? That sounds like for some sort of a TGV horns as well. So it definitely came out of tunnel as well, really fast, all the way up to 65% of throttle. It came out of tunnel. Oh my dearie as well. The train is going to be for exactly how faster to do this as well. Unlike British train as well, I think this is a Eurostar that you've been waiting for, and it's going to be arrive at this station. So it is absolutely going to be started to slow down, and I wouldn't be able to say it's still such as a pretty bad performance like them for as well. So the Eurostar survives all the way down to this station. So I cannot wait that we'll be seeing for some sort of like this as well. And we're gonna be hearing this train arriving down the station until we're gonna be completely fully stopped as well. Let's check it out. And it's going to be loud as well. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! The train just got derailed. What an unsuccessful moment as hell to do this as well. But also, being derailed while going to be arriving at the station. Eurostar derailed while arriving at the station. In RO-Scale Sandbox. What a pretty a mess around here to do so. Isn't that actually it's not going to be cleared anymore? But looks like we're gonna head ourselves back it up. Sadly, the train isn't arrived anymore. Because of that, all of a sudden, the train is probably derailed, and something is actually going to be helping for someone as well. And that should be wrapped up for today's video. And if you didn't like this video, it got derailed in a bad performance. What an absolute failure. And about my computer is hell. Because of itself, that my computer is very old, that unfortunately I'm gonna have to end of this video for very sure. So if you like for today's video or like for the last year's video, just click the playlist around here and below, and the link is in description about of this game before something is actually going to be taken down in the future as well. We didn't see the face just like actually going to do so. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be signing off as well. And don't forget that all of the trains are going to be blanked, including deliveries and variants for some sort of in the near future as well. So I'll be talking to you mini lads and rail fanners all later, as you'll be checking out of this train as well, even that you know it is. And that was pretty awful to do this as well, because of this trains of high-speed trains was indeed failure. So I'm gonna be signing off as anyways, that I just totally forgot something.